I have so many abilities. What am I dissing? Like, disability. I'm not gonna diss my ability.
Someone asked me, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I said, an actress. And my sister turned to me and she said, you've wanted to be that for ages. And I thought, that's what I'm gonna be.
I think we celebrate, oh, there's somebody on TV with Down syndrome. It should just be like, so what? We don't even see Eva's disability, we just see Eva.
Now, I've never worried about any barriers, and he does a fantastic job.
Being on Hollyoaks has helped my confidence.
You are a little soldier.
I'm a soldier.
Hi, I'm Brian Kirkwood and I'm the executive producer of Hollyoaks. At Hollyoaks, we love to celebrate diversity. I grew up in a house that wasn't very well represented on TV at the time, and I love the idea that there are generations of people from all walks of life who can grow up watching themselves be represented on Hollyoaks.
Hi, I'm Amy Connican and I play Courtney Campbell on Hollyoaks. I think we see quite a lot on television. If you've got a disability, you're quite vulnerable a lot, or you play the victim. And I don't think that that's an accurate representation of disability in general. So for me as an actor, it was really fun and exciting to come in to just play a part about interesting stories rather than trying to tell a story about being in a wheelchair, because I think we're kind of bored of seeing disabled people play parts where they're like, oh, woe is me, it's terrible having a disability. I'm bored of playing that, and I'm sure audiences are bored of seeing that.
Big girl. Should I go again? Sit in.
Hi, my name's Alana Laurenti and I'm Eva's mum. Eva plays Minnie.
We can go and play inside if you want, princess.
She started on Hollyoaks when she was 3 months old. There wasn't a lot of Down syndrome represented in the media at that time. There has been since. We're really trying our hardest, the Down syndrome community, to raise awareness that it really is no big deal. People with Down syndrome can do this, and it's other people putting limitations on them rather than them actually being limited.
Hi, I'm Kate Wynn. I am 27 years old and I live with my mum and dad and my adorable dog Lexi. Well, I'm a prize worker. I always want to be an actress because I want to make a difference. Seeing them on telly would be really, really helpful for them and their family. See their child with a disability to do well.
My name is Talia Grant and I play Brooke. Being in front of a camera and actually acting and portraying different characters, it speaks to people in a lot of ways and helps people kind of see things from different perspectives.
I know I'm different, but people, they don't see different, they see strange.
People are people, and I feel like we need to be more progressive. That's why I feel like my character in this storyline is so important, because not only do we have a character and there is more to me than just my autism. There's the fact that Brooke likes astrology, there's the fact that Brooke likes fashion and also has autism. But there's just so much to a person than what you see.
You are much, much braver than me.
My name's Noah. I'm Oscar Osborne.
My name is Daniel, and I'm Noah's dad.
My name is Laura, and I'm Noah's mummy.
My family feel really proud and happy that Noah is involved, because there are lots of other families out there, hearing parents with deaf children, and some are able to communicate really well, and others have communication problems. So it's great for them to be able to see on TV, which is really useful.
I'm really proud, because a deaf character is played by a profoundly deaf child for that role, and I think it's a great achievement for Hollyoaks.
My name is Peter Hunt and I'm head of casting for Lime Pictures and also casting director of Hollyoaks. In terms of on-screen diversity and representation, I think we've still got a long way to go, but even in the time that I've been on Hollyoaks, have been thrilled with certainly what we've done with that. And I think where Hollyoaks sits right now, and it kind of always has done, is about authenticity. We should be looking about how we can bring in disabled artists to play those roles, because I think what they bring to the role is they are experiencing that and living that. And you know, if we look at somebody like Talia, who's joined us, she has helped create that character of Brooke in such a unique way that any other actress just doesn't have that insight of what it is like, you know, to live with autism.
Autism is a spectrum. I have Asperger's, and not everyone's going to relate to my character with autism because we don't share the same experiences. Some things that Brooke isn't affected by, I might be affected by. Some things that Brooke is okay with, I might be more sensitive to, such as sounds or anything like that. So I feel like we all are very careful when writing my character to make it as true and authentic as possible.
We put the actor and the star at the heart of the story, and we tell good stories regardless of people's skin colour, sexuality, gender or disability.
Shakespeare didn't say that Juliet wasn't in a wheelchair, so I could definitely, but maybe not now, maybe like 5 years ago, I could have played Juliet. And it's not anything to do with it, with being in a wheelchair or however you look, it's about telling that story.
People with disabilities are just exactly that, they're just people. We've been doing some things at home like show us your shocked face, show us your happy face, show us your angry face. That's your silly, silly face, Eva.
She's walking!
I can see that.
There is a stereotype that people with Down syndrome are happy and musical, and Eva does actually fit that stereotype, but it's not actually true for all people with Down syndrome. You're happy and loving? No. You're happy and loving? Isn't every child happy and loving? We'll never put limits on Eva.
Clever girl!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to our very own Disability Awareness Day. How's that, okay?
We wanted to tell this episode because we felt that at this point, Hollyoaks has probably the most diverse cast it's ever had.
I'm Alana Hallam and I'm a writer on Hollyoaks. We're not scared to tell the stories that we tell. We take on big stories, big issues, and yeah, I'm very proud of that. The episode centres on Mandy and Darren, whose unborn baby has been diagnosed with spina bifida.
Why can't we discuss it? Because you've already made your mind up and you don't care about what I think.
No, because it won't be a discussion.
But we still need to talk about this. Now, I know you think this is the best option.
It's the only option.
They've been given a 24-hour window to make a decision whether they should allow the doctors and surgeons to make a potentially life-changing operation on the baby.
I don't know how to be a parent to a child with a disability.
Nobody does. Just do it.
And what if I can't?
We've set the episode against a Disability Awareness Day in the village. So within that, we're able to see and interact with our diverse characters that have additional needs.
I'm Laura Halligan and I work as archivist for Hollyoaks. Reading some of it was quite emotional actually when Maxine was worried about having a disabled child. I mean, I felt like that was definitely something that my mum and dad would have dealt with when I was born.
I don't know if I have the strength to be the mom that my baby needs.
You know those women at the gates? I hear them calling me brave. I'm not brave. I'm just doing the best that I can, and that's all you can do.
And I think it really accurately portrayed sort of the positive and negative aspects of having a child that's different.
Did you pick up Oscar's lunch by accident? No, this is mine. Seriously? Nancy cuts the crusts off and I wrap it in cling film so it doesn't touch the plastic. See? What I see is weird.
When I read the script, I honestly was very, very, very touched by it. As sad as some of the scenes are and as emotional as some of the scenes are, I kind of have that attachment, not only to my character, but to the storyline that is going on because I've been through a lot of the things that Brooke's been through.
You are so odd sometimes. But listen, I can help. You don't have any friends, yeah? But I can get you in with the other girls, give you a couple tips on how to act normally.
Things that happen inside of school can really affect you when you leave. And so I felt like if I'm struggling so much now, then how am I gonna survive when I leave school? And here I am, so.
Is it because you're special? Are they like your carers?
You're talking about Ollie. He's my boyfriend, not yours.
Ollie, are you for real? As if I'd like him. Jeez, that autism of yours is like a curse.
I think there's still a lot of stigma that surrounds disability and ignorance and misconceptions. So I think it's important to have that at the forefront of your mind when you sit down to write an episode like this.
You can always put your feet in someone else's shoes, but you'll never first-hand experience what they've experienced if you aren't in the same condition.
I have personal experience with some of the disabilities that we explore in the episode, so I was able to draw on that. But more than that, it's about research.
Leave me alone.
What's happened?
It could be very easy for them to write someone in that has autism, but if they haven't spoken to anyone that has autism and if they aren't autistic themselves, it's really not that easy and it's really not going to be that accurate.
Let me help you.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, I'm not hurt. Are you okay?
It's about understanding and having a will to find out more from the people with those needs themselves.
It's very important that we hear the voices that need to be heard and that have been underrepresented and not listened to in the past.
There's so much awareness that we're raising, so hopefully the message is getting out there that it's really not a big deal. People with disabilities are people. It shouldn't really be a sort of them and us.
My hope would be that we can generate conversation.
I think it's very easy to sort of get caught up in the negativity, but actually we've got stories being told now that aren't about people's disabilities, and I think that's the way forward.
Although people should definitely see the struggles that others may go through, I feel like on the other hand there are always so many positives. Being in her situation, you always get through it. I feel like a lot of people with or without a disability should definitely look at that as a way to be stronger in themselves.
But without my autism, I wouldn't be me, would I? No, you wouldn't. And we wouldn't have you any other way.
I've got two proudest moments when it comes to representation of disability on Hollyoaks. My first favourite moment is when Courtney gave birth to daughter Iona on Christmas Day, and that speech that she gave the baby was and that speech that she gave to the baby was absolutely a euphoric moment. It is one of my all-time favourite moments, actually.
Girls at school always talked about having babies when they were older. No one ever asked me if I wanted them. But I did. So desperately. My whole life, I've had people assume I can't do things. But look at you. I made you.
I thought it was a rally call to everyone to accept that anything is possible, no matter what your physical ability.
It's just me and you against the world, look, Pickle.
And my other favourite moment is actually in this disability episode where Brooke confides in Mandy about what it's like to live with autism.
It's like they don't want to understand. They just want to judge.
And it's heartbreaking.
Can't be that many people. Yes, it can. And it's rubbish. It happens every day.
It's poignant.
I think about, like, understanding what people are saying, when they're joking or being sarcastic. But without my autism, I wouldn't be me, would I? No, you wouldn't.
And it's very funny.
I didn't like you when I first met you.
Really? And now?
Yes, I like you. I prefer Darren.
And Brooke, played by Talia, I think it's the defining moment in her time in the show so far and proves what a powerhouse performer Talia is.
See the person, not the condition.
See the person, not the condition.
See the person, not the condition. Try that again.
See the person, not the condition.
See the person, not the condition.
See the person, not the condition.
I think you have to just take on the fact that you go about your everyday life. You get up and you go out and you do everything the way that you have adapted to the world. So if you can adapt to the world every day in every situation, then you can adapt to this industry and other people can adapt to you.
Don't give up. Never, ever, ever give up because you have somewhere to go. If you or someone that you know would like some help, advice, or further information about the storylines, head to Channel 4 support website.